I came to Australia in 2014. So as initially I came in 457 visa, then after that I come into the PR, then citizen. So first 3 4 years, absolutely I don't want to spend any money here. Every time I used to spend money to my country back in India. Then after that, when I get the confidence back, then I started saving money to buy a property. Yes, I bought my first property in 2019. So I'm happy with my own residence and happy. Then I came to know that there are really it's a good market is available, then good returns. Then I want to explore more by a investment property. See, that's what like a particularly in Australia, if you look at where I need to invest. Okay, even if I can keep my money in my offset account, that's going to give close to 5 to 6% savings on my interest. But that's not going to help in the long term. So I'm just thinking, even if I want to go into the any like a share business or anything, the same thing. Instead of 5 to 6%, I might get like a 8 to 9%. But even if I put my money like $100,000, 8% it's like $8,000. 9% is $9,000. Even
Sure.
though the percentage is 8 or 9%, but at the end of the day, 8 or 9,000 I'm going to save yearly. That's not going to make any big change in my lifestyle or where I want supposed to be there. So that's where I was little bit. That was the time I accidentally like I got a chance to see attend some seminar with you. So I'm really helpful. That was really opening my eyes and what are all the possibilities way. So initially I attend few seminars with you, even other seminars also I attend. But I feel little bit what you are talking is like a very logic, very straightforward, no a lot of any gimmicks word. So I thought, okay, I can sit with you, then what to do. Before that, I was very clear. Even if I want to buy an investment property, I don't want to go and risk myself because it's my hard-earned money. Even if it is like a 10 percentage, suppose if I want to buy like a $600,000 property, I have to put like a 60,000, 10 percentage, then stamp duty and all this thing. It's going to be like $100,000. If I'm going to invest $100,000, I don't want to risk myself. It's I don't have any idea about interstate. For example, if I want to buy property in Queensland or Western Australia, anywhere in Australia, I don't have any idea how that. Even in New South Wales, even though I live in that area, that adjacent suburb, it's totally different. Where I'm living, it's hardly like a few kilometers adjacent suburb. That's that the entire thing is different. This lifestyle and that lifestyle is completely different. So within the one council, there are many suburbs. I cannot predict which one is the right suburb. So how I can myself very confidently say this is the good suburb in interstate in Queensland or Western Australia? It's impossible for me. So I totally convinced. I myself decided if at all if I want to buy any interstate property, it should go with buyer's agent. So I done my homework. Who are all the buyer's agent available in the market? I attended all the seminars. Of course, everybody is conducting the seminars almost like every week.
Sure.
So I attended seminars almost all the buyer's agent. I thoroughly had what they're saying, what their discussion, what they done, everything. I bought my first property like a primary resident, as you said, like a 2019. Then first 2 years until 2021, I didn't think about anything. I just calmly paying my mortgage and I build up some little bit cushion in my offset account because I don't want to borrow or take loan from third party or credit card loan to pay the initial payment. So I want to start building little bit for the at least for the 10 percentage payment. So the moment when I had some 80 90k in my offset account, that was the time I thought, okay, this is the time I want to go. but at the same time I don't want to spend that 80 or 90,000 k at some wrong places. After that I don't want to learn some costly mistakes. So
Yes.
I made myself very clear, if at all, if I want to buy some property, preferably first initially I thought to buy some investment property in Sydney itself. But when I look into the property price in Sydney, it's like a beyond my reach. It's like a not less than 800 or 900k anywhere. So I don't want to spend that much of money, and I don't want to wait to build that much of 10 percentage payment also. So if I'm waiting for 800k property, then I have to wait for another few years. By the time that property value go into the million or million plus, it's I never catches. So that time I see in the market, in the interstate, for example, like in the Queensland or in the Western Australia, I can see the property value around like a 500 to 600k for a 4 bedroom independent house. And also that's giving like a rent of a 450 to 600k. It's various things. So I made some decision. I want to buy property, investment property in interstate, whether it is Queensland or Perth or South Australia, but I don't have any idea. But I'm sure it my investment property going to be there somewhere in interstate.
Sure.
So that was the time I started approach Rusty. I have more than 25 years experience in engineering. I believe in data and I believe in systematic approach. I don't want to rush it. So
Sure.
I already had like enough savings and all these things back in India, but this is my future for my family and my things. So that's why I thought, okay, this is the right way to approach. And also it's like a risk free comparatively when I go and put my money in the real estate, other than real estate, if I want to put in like a gold, or even if I want to put in share market, of course, no business or no investment is risk free. First, I attended many seminars from different investment, like a buyer's agent. Then when I feel a little bit comfortable, when I see the way of approach, when I see their like existing what are all the other players are telling, then I thought, okay, first I want to sit with Rusty, what he is telling, whether he is telling something different in seminar and one-to-one meeting. So I thought, okay, it's going to be anything wrong. So I fixed some time with Rusty you. Then I sit with you for 45 minutes. Then you ask me to fill up some fact-finding sheet about what is my existing property value, what is the interest rate, and what is my salary, what is my all those things. Then when you tell these are all the possible way you can buy the property, in which direction you can go, and how much it will cost you, what is your long-term goal, then I felt really a little bit more confident. Then I signed agreement with you. Relatability and also your success story, and even I had the chance to speak to some of your existing clients. So what's their experience with you, how it is, and all these things. So whoever I discussed with your existing clients, they are all very happy to share their experience, and it was very positive.
Sure.
So that was the main reason. Then another one thing, I after I finished the seminar, I think you sent one book that like a blueprint. I
Yeah.
liked that book really. That was the only book. It was like a so crystal clear. Suppose if you want to buy like a $500,000 property, what the amount you should have in hand. That kind of detailed explanation, no other books, anything provided. That was a very practical book. That was really eye opener. That was really helpful. That's where the journey started. Yeah, the moment when we decided, when we signed that agreement, once all these things, then you asked me like what is my need, like what kind of property I'm looking. So how it should be, like whether it is like a house or how many bedrooms, how many kitchens, and how many years old property, what is the price range, what exactly you are looking, whether you are looking for the rent or you are looking for the cash flow or you are looking for some kind like a overall the property growth. So these are all the initial discussion. So based on that need, you started looking some property. Then first, when we after that, you just send me the initially that suburb report or that the council report. What is that area? Why you are choosing that area? What are all the potential market to that area? How it's going to get grow in next 10 or 15 years? So how the population, how the immigration is happening, what's going to happening, what are all the new projects coming into that area. It's not like a just compiled from the Google. These are all the report. It's not like a generic report. These are all very tailor-made report. So that gave more confidence. Okay, when you said this particular area, even after that, when I searched the same area in the Google, then whatever is said like a very logical way, it's all like a it was matching. So then when I accepted, okay, I'm okay with that particular region, then you send me the another report like a very close to suburb report. So when you send that suburb report, even I was very happy that the suburb, even that suburb is like a lot of people working class and what kind of people living there, whether it's a working class or a fly in fly out job or long term, how many people are there, or whether the house owners, how many people are rental people. These are all very detailed number when it is in the place. So then after that, when I accepted that suburb report, then you send me the property report. So that property report as well as very clear video. You already gone through that house. I can able to see you are asking whatever the question I supposed to ask. You already asked the question already in that video. So I don't need to ask any much question. When I see that, go through like a video of that entire house and the calculation on about that house and how much money I have to pay, initially deposit I have to pay. It's like a complete calculation and also very detailed report about that particular property. It's available. So also the property, it never come into the market. So it was of the market property. So the property looks good and the price was good. So price was little bit high on my budget. So that's what I started to tell you. I am in this price and all these things. Then you said, okay, you leave it to me. You want to start negotiate on my behalf. So you take care of my job for the price negotiation. I think you negotiated really well. Originally, the property asking price was close to 615 something. Then you negotiated come down to 590. It's almost like a $25,000. It's in the negotiation, you bring it down. So even that already paid off your fee. So I was really happy. So after that, okay, the second question, okay, I like the property. So I have to find the solicitor. I don't have any idea about the solicitor available in the Queensland. So where to find my solicitor? Because my existing solicitor in New South Wales, he is doing only business in New South Wales. So how to find the solicitor? Again, I don't need to go for Google. Google may tell right thing as well as the like a marketing things also. I don't want to believe whatever available in the Google. So again, Rasti, he said, no problem. I will arrange you the solicitor. Okay, he is arranging the solicitor. So that the solicitor took the document and he said, document is fine. Okay, now next, I have to arrange the house and pest inspection. Where is again? I don't have any idea who is the inspector available in Queensland. So again, you arrange the building and the pest inspection. So that guy went and he given the very clear report. The building and pest inspection is over. Then it's like a banking need you asked me. Fortunately, I have my existing mortgage broker, so that part I don't need to ask from you. But the solution was available from that side also. So it's almost like a single point contact rather than I need to contact the arrange the solicitor. I don't need to find the solicitor. I don't need to find the building and the pest inspection. I don't need to arrange the even for mortgage broking. Even after buying the property, even I don't want to search any like depreciation schedule. So these are all these things one-to-one contact. Just put these are all the need. Immediately answer is coming. So it's all went very seamless manner. So I bought the property. I then after that, even I could able to get the real estate agent to put tenant also.
Yeah.
That also gone through you. So you arranged few real estate agents. Yeah, it's now like a 700 plus. See, the valuation is coming. So I'm pretty happy. It's just a 7 years old property, and even that rental yield also really good. Initially, that first 1 year, the rental came like a 550. Last year, after 1 year, that the rental has been increased to $25. Now it's like a $575 for 590,000 property, which is impossible to something do it in New South Wales or any other business. See, it's like a rental yield one thing and the property valuation. Both are parallelly doing good. So that was the reason I was so confident. After within 6 months, settled that property. I thought I got some other, even that first property, even though I could have done with the 20% payment, again, it's your idea. Rather than going with the 20% on the property, you asked me to pay with the 10% with the LMI, keep that other 10% to buy the second property. So I bought that first investment property with a 10% and LMI. Then within after 6 or 8 months, again the same thing. This time I don't want to ask any question. What is the suburb? What is the reason? I leave it to you. Then you recommended to go with some property in Western Australia, because my budget also that time it was so tight. I cannot afford even like a 590 property. So that time my budget was like a close to 500. But again, you said there is a property it's coming. Again, this also off the market property, like a less than 10 years old. It's a really good property, and it was completely renovated and repainted, carpet changed. It looks like a very good property. Then asking price was again like a 560 or 555 something. Then it was negotiated come to 530. So
Yep.
that's the second property in the Baldivis. So that property also really doing extremely good. That's like we settle less than 7 to 8 months it's running. So we bought in 530,000. Now the valuation is coming close to 610,000. It's like a $70,000-$80,000 in 8 months. It's almost like a $10,000 a month. This buyer's agent fee, even you can write off in negotiation itself. And also, it's not like a one-off fee. Again, I know that when we are selling this property, we can put as this buyer's agent fee as expenses in the selling process. So it's not really, we are not losing money. It's kind of investment, and also it give like a lot of peace of mind. That's more important. Lot of confidence, lot of experience. These are all the so many positive points. For example, as I said, I don't need to search like a solicitor. I don't need to search the building and pest inspection. I don't need to travel to interstate to Queensland or Perth to see the property. So these are all the savings. So the moment after we signed the agreement, within 1 month we finalized the property. The good thing, as I said, see, that's a confidence. For example, I have my friend, he bought some property on his own in interstate. So the property was nice and everything. So then after that, when he tried to go with the insurance premium, has come up like a triple or 4 times. Then he tried to find out that particular property into the flood zone, because the property was good. Even if we see to the street map, properties looks good, it's come into the market, and he bought the property, everything was done. Then when he go for the insurance, even that time also he don't know he paid the insurance. Then later point he come to know that the insurance was so high because of the flood zone. So whereas when you select the property, you clearly mentioned in clear property report, this is not comes under the flood zone, this is not comes under the bushfire zone, it's not comes under any government projects or something, not
Public
going to
housing.
happen anything in that zone. So these are all the added advantage. So the yes, you, because it's not in your portfolio. Suppose if you are asked me in my field, I can tell exactly based on my experience, I can tell where it goes wrong. Real estate is not my these things.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I need to go with who already have that experience. So also this is a hard-earned money. I don't want to spend my hard-earned money of $100,000, $120,000, even though remaining 90% bank provide, but that's also my responsibility. So overall, like a 530,000 plus all this together, $600,000 property. I don't want to take too much risk.
Sure.
So that was the whole idea. I come with you. So you gave all your experience. So overall, it's like a win situation. Extremely confident. What are all the practical difficulty? What are all the hurdles you need to expect? Everything I have seen. So also, what are all the experience you brought in for this buying the property? That also I have seen practically. That is the reason. Whoever now my friends, I'm if somebody wants to buy any investment property, I'm always referring Rusty is the one point solution. Go with him. Don't bother about any other thing. Just go with him. It's not just for the namesake or a face sake I'm telling. To be honest, I'm telling from bottom of my heart. So this is my experience, because it's a money, it's like a hard-earned money. So nobody wants to waste their money. Nobody wants to put their money in wrong place, later scratching their head. Rather, it's not big money when compare your overall property value. So spend wisely, live peacefully. That's my advice. One-stop solution to buy a investment property.